It is the festival week of Diwali, but also remember just a few weeks ago, we have had the second wave devastating from the COVID pandemic. There is already a price rise, inflation going on. Does it have an impact on Diwali 2021? As it seems, not so much. People are thronging the markets, and on Dhanteras, where people go all out to buy gold and other gifts, has there been a difference this time? Let's take a look at this ground report.
It's Diwali season and COVID is the least of the worries. One look at the crowds in markets is enough proof that nobody is concerned that there is a virus that's still lurking. Thousands on the streets on a shopping spree, a scary sight for all who have been warning that there could be a third COVID wave coming. In the national capital, from Lajpat Nagar to Sadar Bazaar, COVID norms take a back seat as people go about shopping for Dhanteras.
80 आदमी ने नहीं ला रखा होगा, 20 ने ला रखा होगा मास्क।
कैसे कोरोना चला जाएगा? कोरोना से डरते नहीं है क्या लोग?
यहाँ कोई नहीं डरता सदर बिहार में।
सर मास्क मेरा घर पे भूल गया मैं, इस चक्कर में मैंने मास्क नहीं पहना था।
घर में भूल गए?
हाँ जी।
आपको कोरोना से डर नहीं लगता है?
नो, कोरोना से नहीं डर लगता।
Similar scenes in Varanasi, where everybody seemed to be out shopping at the same time.
अब तो कोरोना कम हो गया है, वैक्सीन वगैरह लग गया है, बहुत कम हो गया है, तो इसके लिए अब रौनक दिख रही है। आगे लगन की भी तैयारी है, दीपावली भी है, इसके लिए कोरोना की कोई बात नहीं हो रही है।
इस साल कोरोना है नहीं, चला गया है, ठीक ही है। बहुत खुशी की बात है कि धूमधाम से अपना दीपावली ये जो पर्व है बहुत अच्छे से मन जाए।
Be it Ahmedabad or Nagpur, social distancing took a toss. Even masks were discarded.
एक्चुअली पूरे सिटी में ही लग रहा है अब ज़्यादा क्राउड बैक टू थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल लगने लगा है। लास्ट ईयर तो क्या बहुत ही कम चल रहा था, हम भी ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग देख रहे थे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, इवन फॉर थिंग्स लाइक गोल्ड। अच्छा है, बस लोग थोड़ा प्रिकॉशन फिर भी फॉलो करें तो सही रहेगा।
The daily COVID count in India has slipped to around 10,000, the lowest in 9 months. But recent history has shown that all it takes is a small trigger to see cases shooting up. Frenzied Diwali shopping could be one such spark to hasten another COVID wave. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's find out from now my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal. She's at the Posh Khan Market in South Delhi. Now, is Diwali 2020 where COVID was at its peak, Aishwarya? Do you see any difference in Diwali 2021? And this time, we also have the inflation added to it.
Well, Pooja, let me tell you, here at the Tony Khan Market, the number of people who are coming to shop is just swelling by the day. From what we understand, in the past 15 days, the numbers have almost increased by 10 times. But one thing which I definitely see, Pooja, is the fact that everyone is wearing a mask. So people do understand that there is a possibility of a third wave, which is why they are maintaining whatever social distancing they can. The other thing which I gather when I speak with the consumers is that the spending definitely has come down just a little bit, and most of the consumers at the moment are saying that they would have spent more, splurged more, but they are taking a back seat because they see high inflation, especially fuel. So all those things seen here, but definitely the footfall is very high. People are jostling, people want to make the most of the festival, which, Pooja, let me tell you, is the first big festival after the devastating second wave. Back to you.
Well, that's right. People, of course, want some festive cheer after all that we have faced and witnessed, but are they wearing masks? Are they being at least precaution that is being taken so we do not return with a third wave? As of now, it appears people are thronging markets, but at least some people are also ensuring that they continue to wear masks. Aishwarya, thank you so much for getting us that ground report from the Khan Market about Diwali and festive cheer. But remember, all of this is amid the fact that pollution often escalates during the Diwali festival as well. What is happening this time? In the past few days already, there have been reports surfacing of increased pollution. For example, let me tell you, it's a double whammy. It's not just COVID, it's not just inflation, it's now a triple whammy of pollution menace. For the 7th consecutive day, the air quality index has remained very poor in parts of national capital. For example, in Anand Vihar and ITO, which is in central Delhi, the the air quality index was well above 300 mark, which is literally danger level, with PM 2.5 as the main pollutant, which is also dangerous specifically for people who do face health and respiratory issues. And of course, pollution, we all know, is a big debate. Whether you should burst firecrackers or not, there are proponents on both sides of the debate. But what has the court said this time about different states and whether you can, in your state, burst firecrackers or not? Let me have it now compiled for you. Take a look at this. What have the court said for the national capital, Delhi? For Delhi, it is going to be a complete ban on all sorts of firecrackers. What about Punjab? Only green crackers would be allowed, which definitely differentiates from the usual firecrackers that we have burst all these years. What about Haryana? Total ban in 14 NCR districts of Haryana with regard to firecrackers. A very posh cosmopolitan city of Chandigarh, a complete ban on sale or use of the firecrackers. You must remember this so that rules are not flouted. What about Rajasthan? Only green crackers will be allowed. So this is what have been specific restrictions that have come from different states with regard to bursting firecrackers. Eventually, remember whether or not you want to add on to the pollution, and can you have a beautiful Diwali even without the firecrackers, and just lights and hope and health. And just like I was saying, apart from COVID pandemic, apart from the pollution aspect of it, there is now inflation and price rise. Apart from price rise with regard to vegetables and groceries, it has also now increased in fuel. What is the current status? For the 7th consecutive day, fuel prices have been hiked in India. In New Delhi, the national capital, petrol prices are at an all-time high. Right now, if you want to fill the tank of your car, 110.04 rupees for Delhi for petrol, while diesel is at 98.42 rupees. What about Mumbai? Let's take a look at that city. Petrol prices in Mumbai stand at 115.85 rupees, while diesel stands at 106.62 rupees. Let's go across to Kolkata in Bengal. 110.49 rupees for a litre of petrol and 106.62 for diesel per litre. Let's take a look at all the reactions and ground reports that have come on the fuel price. What is the Aam Aadmi saying when he has to go to the petrol pump every day to get the tank filled?
Petrol prices have been hiked for the 7th consecutive day, pushing the pump rates across the country to their highest ever levels. This is leading to a big hole in the consumer's pocket. If you stay in the national capital, you will end up spending 110 rupees per litre for petrol and 98 rupees per litre for diesel. If you stay in the financial capital, which is Mumbai, you will end up spending 106 rupees per litre for diesel and 115 rupees per litre for petrol. This is Aishwarya Paliwal reporting from the national capital with camera person Anil Jaiswal for India Today.
For the 7th consecutive day, fuel price has been hiked in the state of Tamil Nadu, and petrol has gone up by 35 paise, with the petrol price currently standing at 106 rupees 0.66 paise and diesel at 102 rupees 0.59 paise. In fact, if I have to break the math to you, if you fill 100 rupees, here you see 200, and the petrol that has been filled is 1.87 litres, which means if you fill for 100, you will get only 940 ml, and that is a big issue currently, especially for commuters who are using two-wheelers, who claim that it is a mode of transportation, and that has hit them very hard. Another aspect here is that, yes, the state reduced its taxes almost 2 months ago in petrol, bringing the price by rupees 3, but even after that, the price has almost reached 107 rupees, and that is turning into a very big issue. This is Divyan, Pramod Madhav, Point It.
With the prices of petrol more than 110 rupees per litre and diesel at 101 per litre, people are inconvenienced, and this means that they have to think about their budgets, especially those who have bought diesel cars, because for them it made more sense to buy diesel cars. However, the scenario has changed. I'll just ask you, sir, you have your private vehicle.
Yes.
How tough is it for you now with the rising price of fuel, and what is your message to the government?
See, it's getting very difficult with every passing day actually. because with the rising expenses, there are other things also apart from petrol which needs to be looked after. So it has become a very inconvenient for us actually.
So reducing the prices of petrol and diesel is what the common man is appealing to. They are asking the government to do something about this, because at the end of the day, many who have bought private cars, also we must remember during the pandemic, even after that, many chose to go buy their private vehicles. But now with the rising prices, people are inconvenienced. With camera person Kiranjit Das, Prema Rajaman, Kolkata for India Today.
Today is film superstar Shahrukh Khan's birthday, and there's been an annual tradition that Shahrukh Khan would come up on one of the balconies at Mannat and wave and acknowledge the support of thousands of people who would usually congregate. The supporters have arrived, but at Mannat this time, there has been a low-key celebration and lighting, and importantly, the superstar not yet making a presence. Take a look.
The Badshah of Bollywood, adored and loved by millions of fans, has turned 56. Every year, hundreds of fans gather outside Mannat, eagerly waiting for the superstar to greet them. But this year, it's unlike any other birthday for King Khan. His son Aryan Khan is back home after a traumatic 3 weeks in jail and a tense battle in court. Shahrukh's residence Mannat at Mumbai's bandstand has been lit up and fully decked up for Diwali. Gifts and bouquets are arriving at Mannat ahead of the birthday. Although a festive look is back at one of the most famous addresses of Mumbai, SRK's birthday celebrations are likely to be muted. SRK, Gauri and Aryan may even go to their Alibag bungalow for some quiet family time. But that would involve putting Aryan in public spotlight, a factor that SRK may like to avoid. But for fans, a glimpse of their favourite star is all they want on Tuesday, and SRK is unlikely to disappoint them on the auspicious day. Bureau Report, India Today.
That is all from me for today. Thank you for watching 6 p.m. Prime. But stay tuned, because coming up on the other side is our special telecast on sports. It's the Battle of the Champions this time. For all the T20 World Cup updates, tune in. Thank you for watching.